I just spoke to the boys about that. Certainly 20 years of my experience as a NRL player and coaching the game. Never have I seen a team go down to 13 players at half time. In fact, we didn't even use one interchange. So we lost Sione Katoa with an injury there, but the interchange cards stayed in the folder today. So we had the 3 HIAs and Sione Katoa, and then our bench was shot. So, we had front rows defending as back rows. We had back rows defending the centres. Our whole side was shot to pieces as far as there's about 8 or 9 that were in a different position than what they started the game in. And just for them to hang on, they were just so brave and it really showed what they're made of. And certainly just so proud, to be their coach on a day like today. I think it would have done the club really proud for them to hang on that long. And we're certainly very wounded and very busted in there. But I'm certainly very proud of them nonetheless.
What did you say to them at half time, John?
Oh, it was a bit frantic, to be honest. We had to find out how they were all going. Obviously, do some checks on the individuals, the players there. There was a couple of HIAs still at play there. Britton Nakora, Willie Kennedy. So we're still waiting to hear how they were. But we just found out just before we ran back on that Will wasn't coming back, Britt wasn't coming back. We already lost Wade and Sione. So that meant we're down to 13. And you got guys like Braden Heminueli and Aaron Woods and Toby Rudolph, who middle forwards who are usually off at the 20-minute mark, and they're staring down the barrel of playing out the whole game, playing 80 minutes straight, which is unheard of for those guys. So we just had to get them together, and I just challenged them that this is an opportunity to show what we're made of and just show what's underneath the jumper, that all the hard work they put in the pre-season, well, now's the time to go out there and see what we're made of. And I thought they passed, flying colours. Obviously the scoreboard says differently, but we'll take so much out of that game.
Having been through what you've been through tonight, there's been a lot of talk about introducing an 18th man possibly for these kind of situations. Do you have a view on it now? Would you maybe consider it?
Oh, yeah, I would have liked another player to use tonight. I think so. Rugby league's a game of war of attrition, and that's why you have the interchange bench there to cover if you lose a player or not. But I think the protocol's quite strict with the HIA, and if we're going to be really strict there and rule guys out, with the head knocks, we also probably need to be a little bit lenient around what's the plan if you lose 3 or 4 like we did tonight. So probably makes sense. You see the in the knockout cup, the Canterbury Cup. They got the concussion replacement. Obviously the AFL have looked into it. So when I first come out, I was sort of 50-50, but now that I've experienced that sort of carnage, because we've got to realise as well, like the 13 players are out in the field, they're out in their feet as well. They need to be interchanged. They're carrying niggles. We need to be able to sometimes bring some of those guys off, and I think it has a knock-on effect there. So I think I probably support it.
I was just going to say, do you think that's where player welfare kind of comes into it, with those guys playing the last second half with niggles, perhaps maybe not wanting to come off or not being able to come off when they usually would? Do you think that's the player welfare angle there?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just so hard to handle when you lose that amount of players. It's very, you don't plan for that type of thing. But yeah, I think, again, if we're going to be strict with the player welfare, we also need to probably bend it a little bit and provide that extra cover. So it's hard. It's going to be something new, but I certainly could have done with a fresh player tonight, that's for sure. And it wasn't only us. Parramatta lost Moses, and Mike Asive copped the head knock there as well. So there was plenty throughout the game.
I imagine some of the guys out to finish the game probably played through injuries as well.
Well, yeah. I mean, some carried injuries into the game. That's the NRL. So, it's never ideal. It's never ideal. That's why I'm so proud of them, because I know that what the adversity that they're playing under. And what more can I say? It was an outstanding effort.
How is Sione?
Oh, not great at this stage. I think it's a medial. So at first, worst fears is an ACL. So I guess if it's a medial, he's looking at probably 4 to 6 weeks. But he's in a brace, and but yeah, I mean that's I suppose good news compared to what it could have been, for sure.
So when you take your seat, you came down to the bench
in that second half. What are you thinking? Like you take a look, you had a right smile on your face. It's obviously a bit strange, right?
Yeah, well, the fire alarms went off as well, so I couldn't get up the lift. Just throw that in the mix as well. But no, I actually said it after time. I was like, I might just go down the sideline with the boys. You know, I just felt like I was wanting to support them through it and get a feel for what they're going with, and I'm really glad I did. You know, it was a great experience there. Just seeing the boys. We had no players on the bench, just had all our staff. But yeah, you know, I was just trying to get a feel for what they were going through, and I could really just see the effort they were putting in, and just to listen to their talk and just the way they were turning them away on their line. Their goal line defence was outstanding. So that first 20 of the second half. So yeah, I was wrapped. You know, at times I was smiling because I was just so proud of what they were going through and the way they were performing underneath that adversity.
Just on the actual footy, that's the second scrum try you've scored this year. There's a push to get rid of them, but is that something you guys try to take advantage of?
Yeah, definitely. I hope they don't get rid of them. We love attacking from scrums, and I think the fans like seeing it as well. So, we put a lot of work into it. You know, that hasn't come just overnight. That's been a whole pre-season of working on different plays and stuff like that. So, I'm really happy the boys are able to execute it in the game. I think it's a really exciting part of the game, the scrum. They made some rules last year to allow us to set the position, whether it be, you know, the tap line or the 20 or the 50, and just create so much room, as you saw. When you got finishes in our game the way that we do, and, you know, the Skiani Katawas and whatnot, you want to provide situations for them like that to show their skills.
There was goal kicking last week, injury ward this week. What's next week?
Hopefully just to get the 2 points and no adversity would be nice. I don't know. I don't know what will come our way next week. Surely nothing like that tonight. But we'll take a lot out of it. Like I said, it's about, yes, it's been some adversity that we've been under, but it's also it's what you take out of these situations as well, and what you learn. And I've learned a hell of a lot about the playing group, that's for sure. The way they've performed under that adversity. So, as I said to them tonight, that will come back and repay us throughout the year. It's good to know that we can stand up to that adversity, and hopefully we get a little bit more luck with injury, and we can put it together and start banking some wins.
What about fielding a team next week, John? I know they've got to go through so many protocols, but there could be 4 guys ruled out.
Mate, I just said to Gal then, you might need to bring him in on a $1 contract. Gallon and Lewis could have to make a comeback. Look, I don't know. Honestly, it's we've got a couple other injuries there already. We've got a number of injuries. We've got no Sean Johnson, no Royce Hunt. No, Sifa Talakai, Jesse Raymond's still unavailable through suspension, so it's not going to get any easier there. But it's just next man in mindset. The next one in will come in and pull the jumper on and do us proud. And we'll find a playing group that's going to go up to the Sunshine Coast. It's really exciting. We're taking our home game away up there to the sunny coast to play the Cowboys. I know we've got a lot of members up there who want to come out and support us. So we look forward to getting away. I think it's good timing for us to get away and spend some time as a group. And get up into the Sunshine Coast community and play the Cowboys, so we're looking forward to it.
Just ScoMo for a run, maybe he can fill in.
Well, you never know, He's could go right there carting the ball up in the middle, so
What about you, Captain?
You never know. Never say never.
Captain Coach?
Captain Coach, and Blake Bradley's doing quite a good job there at hooker, so I'll stick to the coach's box if the elevator's working.
Did you get Gal for $1, mate?
No, definitely not. You're right, good pick up.